Chapter was all of the drama I wanted. Chapter 55. Xaden and Violet are having it out. You know what? It's actually the same fight that they always have. She loves him, but she doesn't trust him. She won't confront him about the things that she knows. But to be fair, if I was with someone and they said, I'll tell you things if you just ask the right questions, I'd yeet on out of there. Is this man obsessed with her? Yes. Is that what we all want? Absolutely. Is the miscommunication trope making me want to slam my head into a wall? Yes. She decides to test this whole ask me anything and I'll answer thing with the big one. And our chapter ends with, what's your second signet? I finished this last night and it was like already midnight and I have a 2-year-old, so I truly can't read too late, but my jaw dropped and I said, screw it, I can't stop. But their conversation had to go on pause because there's a wyvern attack. Chapter 56. Like I said in the beginning, they keep having the same fight because they can't finish the fight. Anyway, let's try to bring up the wards because wyvern are literally on their way. They need 6 dragons, 1 from each den. And this part was actually really anticlimactic, so I was like, something's wrong. They got the wards up? Maybe. It's the maybe that made it anticlimactic. They were like, it feels like the wards are up, but nothing happened. There was no visual manifestation. But wyvern are still on their way. Violet and Xaden hop on Tarn and Sigale and get out in front of everyone else to meet the wyvern. She is demanding to know his signet. Of course. And I would like to say that I called it. I was gasping. As I suspected, this man who is full of secrets always needs all of the information. Violet's going and guessing through all of these signets and she's got this fear that whatever it is, he's been using it to manipulate her. And as she thinks that in her head, he says, I would never do that to you. And I think that's the second time in the series where it's happened that she has said something in her head and then he responds and she says, I didn't realize I said that out loud. And though I said I knew it before, that's what did it for me. He's an intrinsic. Literally no one knows. Literally. Because intrinsics aren't allowed to live. You remember in the first book when someone's intrinsic power manifested and he's losing his mind because he's hearing everyone's thoughts and repeating them, and then a professor comes and literally just goes like to his neck? So Xaden can read people's intentions, which I know the point of that is to say that he can't like read their thoughts, but I think it's just a fancy way of saying he can read their thoughts. Like the writing is trying to make it seem like it's not that way, but it really seems like it's that way. And Xaden is convinced that Violet knowing this is going to make her not love him because she really doesn't like secrets. Can you blame her? Her entire life has been a lie. When he's training her shields, he makes a point to say that it's always harder to block him out. And he's freaking out and basically saying, I never planned on telling you this. I was going to take this to my grave. He says that it was just a slip up to mention that he's the grandson of Sigale's last rider. But during all of this, the wyvern are still on their way. They can literally see them coming. But luckily, the wards are up. Upon impact of the wards, a few of the wyvern die. But here's the thing. It looks like this potential battle was avoided, but when they get back to Orisha, it turns out the flyers can still wield, which with proper wards, they shouldn't be able to, so something is wrong.